It is time for another Amazon book haul. Just don't say anything at this point, okay? Just don't say anything, all right? If you guys like bookish videos, make sure to subscribe because there's new videos every single day for the entire month of October, for Booktober. And let's get into these packages and open them together. This first package is from Books A Million because I went there with one of my friends and actually liked Books A Million more than Barnes. I don't know, I'd never been there before, but I think they just actually have a better selection and I definitely am planning on going back. I don't even remember what I bought. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I bought I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness by Austen Channing Brown. It's on the Reese Witherspoon Book Club book list. I've already read this book, so I wanted to read this again and like recommend it to someone. Literally could not find this book for the life of me anywhere. Ordered it, found it on my shelf. It just was on my coffee table bookshelf. This is a really good book. It's a memoir of a Black woman who she lives pretty much predominantly in a lot of white spaces, and I really could resonate with her a lot, and so I literally ate this book up. I read it, I want to say 3 years ago, and I definitely want to read it again. It's such a good memoir. I'll probably gift this to like a friend or something, but on the back there are tons of quotes from Glennon Doyle, from Lecrae, from tons of like notable people who've said that this book is good, and I can attest. It's a very good memoir, and you guys know I don't read memoirs a lot. I pretty much read romance and thrillers. This is a book that is from Amazon, obviously, and there's only one book in it, and I found this book super randomly. It's called Fake Dates and Mooncakes by Cher Lee. I don't remember who recommended this. I don't know if I found it on TikTok or BookTube or what, but it just looked really good. And on the back it says, love wasn't on the menu. Dylan Tang wants to win a mid-autumn festival. I mean, literally, this is giving autumn. Mooncake competition in memory of his mom and to bring publicity to Walk Warriors, his aunt's struggling Chinese takeout in Brooklyn. Enter Theo Summers, charming, wealthy, with a smile that makes Dylan's stomach do backflips. When Theo makes a sizable donation to Walk Warriors, Dylan reluctantly agrees to be Theo's fake date at a family wedding in the Hamptons to return the favor. In Theo's glittering world of crazy rich drama, their romance is supposed to be for show, but Dylan finds himself falling for Theo for real. And when the mooncake contest looming, Dylan can't risk being distracted by rich people's problems. Can Dylan save his family's business and follow his heart, or will he fail to do both? Such a cute book. You guys know I also love diverse reads, and this is obviously a queer read, and the cover is so cute, so I feel like this is perfect for autumn. I already know what this book is, and I ordered this from page 158 Books because it was actually a signed copy, and it's the last book in this series. This is in the Hoop series. It's called Hookshot by Kennedy Ryan. It just came out, and it is signed, and I'm so excited because I just like wanted more books by Kennedy Ryan, and I have the rest of the series. You can see her signature there. On the back it says, she's not the plan he made, but she's the risk he has to take. A single divorced dad in the final years of his basketball career, Keenan Ross's perfect life is blown up in his face. He's still picking up the pieces when he meets Lotus Dupree. A wildflower, a storm, a kick to his gut, and a wrench in his plans from the moment their eyes meet. He promised himself he'd never trust a woman again, but he's never wanted anyone the way he wants Lo. At 25, Lotus is finally living out her dream, becoming a force in New York's fashion scene. Focused on her future and not looking for love, she's seen where trusting a man leaves you. Keenan is the last thing she needs, but from the moment they meet, she's drawn in, even if he's 11 years her senior and her opposite in every way. When Keenan moves to New York for the summer to be near his daughter, Lotus can no longer avoid the attraction that pulses between them, but she still won't let him in, not after what she's been through. Except Keenan wants her so badly, he'll do anything to knock down her defenses. He won't give up on her, and soon she's no longer sure she wants him to. And this is the third book in the series. The first book is Long Shot, and then Block Shot, and then Hook Shot. Now we're getting into some of the bigger packages. If you guys have been here for a while, I bought a box cutter forever ago, and now I do not know where it's at. So should I buy like a third or fourth box cutter? I don't know at this point. I just keep buying them and keep losing them. But I got this run from Books A Million, like I said. I feel like they just have a better I don't know, they have a better like recommendation or better recommendations there and better books. This is interesting. It actually comes with like a little book page magazine. How cute. There's so many like new books in this. I think this is so neat. Like, look at this. There's just, this is giving me, remember when we used to like look through little like, I don't know, not magazines, but they were like the little things that came in the mail with all the toys on it for Christmas. This is giving me that. Like, you can see Starling House on there. I'm definitely gonna be reading that. And then this also comes with a bookmark, and there were some stickers I just dropped, and a $10 off coupon for DoorDash. Okay, all right, we're just gonna say that this is kind of one-upping Barnes. And there's also a little subscription for highlights. I used to love highlights as a kid. But the books that I got in here are these books from Sophie Lark. I ordered the second and third book in this series because I read Brutal Prince and fell in love with the series. I'm not really sure which one is which. I got Stolen Heir and Savage Lover. I don't know which one comes next, but I'm not gonna read the backs of these just because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't read Brutal Prince, and I don't know what would necessarily be a spoiler or not. So there's tons of books in this series. I think there's like 5, but I only ordered 2 because I want to read these first. And then once I get through these, I can like read the rest of them. But this series, I loved it so much. It was so good. And, or not the series, but Brutal Prince. So I cannot wait to hop back into this series because I loved it so much. This is another big box, and I kind of feel like this isn't all books for some reason. I could be wrong. Oh no, this is definitely books. There is one thing in here that's not books. It's like a dryer sheets from Arm & Hammer, but that's literally it. The rest is all books. So I'm gonna go through the first ones that I got. So I picked up these books from Natasha Bishop. This is book 1, this is book 2, because I own book 3. It's called We Found Our Passion, and I'm already reading it and loving it. Like, absolutely obsessed with it. I've been reading it on my Kindle, and it is so freaking good. So I know that I'm gonna wanna read the rest of the series, so I'm just gonna have to like backtrack. The first book, it says Lincoln, I had my chance at love and threw it away. I don't deserve another. I've dedicated my entire life to my community. There's no time for anything else. But when I met her, Sierra Jeffries is everything I told myself I didn't want, but she might be everything I need if I can just hold on to her. And then it says, Sierra, if I don't get out of this town, I'll lose my sanity, my loved ones, and my life. I need a fresh start in Austin. Texas feels like a good place as any. I wasn't supposed to build connections, and I definitely wasn't supposed to fall in love. Lincoln Cole has other plans for me. He has me breaking all my rules, and I feel safe in his arms. But safety is a luxury I don't have. I thought I ran far enough, but my past will never let me go, and my recklessness may just get Lincoln burned. I cannot tell you how much I love Natasha Bishop's writing. She wrote Only for the Weak and loved it. So I picked up Where We Found Our Passion because someone on TikTok was talking about how good it was, and they literally like, oh, it's living up to the hype. It's so good. And then this is book 2, Where We Found Our Heart. The other one was Where We Found Our Home. This says, Isaiah, I had my chance at a family and it was stolen from me. I was told I was a joke, so that's just what I'll be. But then she gives me news that turns my whole life upside down. Nina Williams is my second chance at a family, and she might just be the missing key to my heart. I just need to prove to her I'm not the joke I pretend to be. Nina, after the loss of my parents, I'm all my brother and sisters have. I'm trying to piece my family together. I wasn't ready to start a family of my own. One night with Isaiah Cole changed all my plans. He's nothing like I thought he was, and I feel happy in his arms. But happiness isn't built to last. When Isaiah has a chance to complete the family he's always dreamed of, will the family I never knew I wanted be left behind? And again, like I said, I am loving Where We Found Our Passion, so I had to get the rest of the series. Then I also picked up Holding by Alexandria House. This is such a cute book. Like, the cover just looks adorable. And it says childhood neighbors, enemies, best friends, lovers, enemies, sires, linemen, Terrence Ford, and his ex-wife Crystal have meant all these things to each other. Once believing their union was indestructible, they find themselves unhappily apart. Maybe what they see as an ending is really the beginning of a stronger bond and a deeper understanding of what love really is. Holding is a novel that offers intimacy, healing, and forever. And the cover, it's so freaking cute. I've never read anything by Alexandria House, so I'm really excited because I've heard great things about her writing. Then I also picked up The Problem with Dating by Brittany Cherry. This came out like, I don't know, a week or so ago. literally ran to purchase it. I've never read anything from Brittany Cherry, but I've heard such great things about the mixtape and so many of her other books. And on the back it says, if I had to choose a person to hate, Alex Ramirez would have been the first on the list. Welcome to Honey Creek, Illinois, where life was as sweet as the town's name suggested. Also the fact that it's in Illinois and I live in Illinois like makes me so happy. That was until Mr. Fine Dining himself, Alex Ramirez, rolled into town with a permanent scowl. Even worse, he decided to park his snooty 5-star restaurant across from my cozy dog daycare. He was tall, dark, and about as warm as a frozen entree. After one too many unpleasant interactions, I was determined to stay out of his way and to keep him out of mine. But fate had a quirky sense of humor. When Alex inherited his great aunt's cranky canine, he had no choice but to come to me, the local dog whisperer, for help. As for me, I needed a fake boyfriend to ward off my ex-husband, who was determined to win me back. So we struck a deal. I'd turn his dog into the town's best behaved pet, and in return, he'd be my arm candy for a few family events and social gatherings. Simple, uncomplicated, and absolutely not romantic. At least that was what we told ourselves. As we played house, I couldn't help but notice that underneath Alex's prickly shell was a dash of charm that wasn't listed in the ingredients. Our pretend date started to feel a little too real, and our fiend kisses, they were getting laughably close to crossing the line. Suddenly our interactions felt less like a food fight and more like foreplay. This looks so good. It says, with every playful touch and lingering glance, I couldn't help but wonder, was this fake relationship with Alex secretly pinning its own authentic ending? Or was I risking it all for someone who is nothing more than make-believe? Wow, this looks so good. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to read this. And the words are like really big in this too. So I feel like you guys will be able to finish this fairly fast because like the words are big and it's a lot of dialogue. So these all look so good. And we have another big box. So let's get into this one. This one's actually a pretty heavy one. So I actually forget like half the books that I buy. And then when I start doing little like, I don't know, when I start looking for like what I'm gonna read for the next month and I get books together for like my TBR for like November or December or whatever, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about these. So this is a huge stack. Oh my gosh, there's so many. So let's start with the one on top. I picked up 3 Swedish Mountain Men by Lily Gold. You guys know I've really been wanting to read more diverse reads, and this I'm pretty sure is about a polygamous relationship, which I don't have any books like that, so I wanted to add it into my little bookshelf. It says 3 gorgeous men, 1 secluded Swedish mountain cabin. It looks like my vacation is about to heat up. After my ex-boyfriend viciously humiliates me online, I know I have to get away. The last thing I expect on my trip to Sweden is a moose standing in the middle of the road or the mysterious bearded ranger who pulls me from my wrecked car. Now a storm is brewing and I'm being carried into a secluded mountain cabin by a Nordic god rippling with muscle. Inside I'm greeted with 3 sizzling hot mountain men. Ribbon, the cool, collected doctor, Eli, the flirty ski instructor, and Cole, the rugged, blonde ranger. Trapped inside the cabin, we only have the roaring fire and each other to keep warm, and things heat up fast, but I'm not who I say I am. When my mountain men find out my true identity, will they be able to forgive my lies and love the real me? Or will my painful secret shatter our relationship to pieces? It says 3 Swedish Mountain Men is a spicy reverse harem romance full of love, adventure, and 3 gorgeous heroes. Never read a reverse harem before, so I feel like I'm in for a treat. Then I picked up Mistakes Were Made by Meryl Wilsner. This is a queer read, and it says, when Cassie Klein goes to an off-campus bar to escape her school's family weekend, she isn't looking for a hookup, it just happens. Buying a drink for a stranger turns into what should be an uncomplicated, amazing one-night stand, but then the next morning rolls around and her friend drags her along to meet her mom, the hot older woman Cassie slept with. Erin Bennett came to family weekend to get closer to her daughter, not to have a one-night stand with the college senior. In her defense, she hadn't known Cassie was a student when they met. To make things worse, Erin's daughter brings Cassie to breakfast the next morning. And despite Erin's better judgment, how could sleeping with your daughter's friend be anything but bad? She and Cassie get along in the day as well as they did last night. What should have been a one-time fling quickly proves impossible to ignore, and soon Cassie and Erin are sneaking around. Worst of all, they start to realize they have something real, but is being honest about the love between them worth the cost? Looks so good. And I also have heard great things about this book from Mika. I'll like link her Instagram or her channel. That's actually where I got the rec from. Then I also picked up The Last Sad Love Story by Kimberly Brown. I love the cover of this, and it's also like a little novella. So it looks super short, and like I'll finish it really fast. It's only like 140 pages. It says, when wounds are healed by love, the scars are beautiful. Callie Palmer is 1 year fresh out of a relationship with a heartbreaking end. Since she decided to focus on herself and her bakery, the last thing Callie was looking for again was love. When her best friend recruited her for a photo shoot with her fiance, Callie had a feeling she was being set up. Her initial apprehension is replaced with immediate attraction when she lays eyes on the handsome Thane St. Thomas. The 32-year-old headmaster is instantly intrigued with his future sister-in-law's best friend. Single for 2 years now, Thane is no longer looking for a girlfriend, he's looking for a wife. His initial attraction to Callie is based off of their natural chemistry and vibes, but once he pulls back the layers, he discovers she's everything he's been praying for. Join this couple's journey with a sweet drama-free love story, sure to leave you swooning and wanting more. I love drama-free. I feel like you never really get books that are drama-free. Okay, I also picked up Those Who Wait by Haley Cass, and this was another book that was recommended by Mika, because she shared this one, and then she also shared this one, I think either on her Instagram or YouTube, I can't remember. And it says, Sutton Spencer's ideas for her life were fairly simple. Finish graduate school and fall in love. It would be a lot simpler if she could pinpoint exactly what she should do when she graduates in less than a year. Oh, and if she could figure out how to talk to a woman without feeling completely hopeless, that would be great too. Charlotte Thompson is very much the opposite. She's always had clear steps outlining her path to success with no time or inclination for romance. Her burgeoning career in politics means everything to her, and she's not willing to compromise it for something as insignificant as love. Fleeting, casual, and discreet work perfectly fine. When they meet through a dating app, it's immediately clear that they aren't suited for anything more than friendship, right? This is a thick one. Like, this is a thick girl. This is about 612 pages, I think. This is a long book, so I hope that this is a good one. Actually, it's even longer than that. It's 630 pages. So yeah, this is a thick one, but she said that this book is so good, so it makes me excited to read it because I really trust her recommendations. Now, this is a book that I randomly found on Instagram. I literally was like scrolling on my explore page, it came up, saw a quote, and I've never actually purchased a book from a quote, like literally never, because I feel like quotes can be super misleading to like what the story is about and stuff. So I don't ever purchase books off of quotes, but I found this book and it's by a indie author. And the cover, I think the cover, the quote, and just like how the book looked really pulled me in. And it's called Collide by Bal Kabara. And I think she has like a couple thousand followers, I think, on Instagram. Literally looks so freaking good. I've heard no one talk about this book, literally anywhere. And it says, an ultimatum from her professor thrusts Summer Preston into an unexpected collision with hockey captain Aiden Crawford. She's caught in a delicate balance between fulfilling her lifelong dream of becoming a sports psychologist and veering far away from this god-awful sport. For Aiden, being the captain of the college hockey team has its perks, except when a reckless mistake by his team threatens to jeopardize their entire season. Consequently, his coach nominates him as the subject of a research paper, and it's the last thing he wants to do, especially since the girl leading the project looks like she could wield his skates as a weapon. Summer can't stand his blasé approach to life, and Aiden doesn't understand her uptight, scheduled one. They're off to a rocky start, and provoking each other is what they do best, but defeat isn't something either of them is willing to accept. How freaking good does that sound? Like, it just sounds really good. Also, looks really easy to read. It looks like it's not too long. It's like 380 pages. So I kind of want to like bump this to the top of my TBR. I don't know. I just like reading books that I haven't like heard a ton of people talk about, and the cover looks really cute. So that is all the books in this Amazon book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I usually read between like 16 to 20 books a month. So I feel like whenever I do these book hauls, like I am literally justified because I will be reading tons of books every single month. So if you guys like bookish videos, be sure to subscribe because there's new videos every single day for the entire month of October for Booktober. And I'm actually like, there's gonna be a new video really soon. I think it's right after this one, where I'm doing like book shopping at 10 different bookstores in Chicago. Been so excited about that because I have been planning it for a while, and it was a little gift from my husband. So we're gonna go to 10 different bookstores all over Chicago, and there's gonna be tons of book hauls, obviously. So make sure you subscribe for that and come back for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.